Hello. And it is Tuesday. It is March 1st. And welcome to Behind the Vibes. I'm your host, the beautiful, the magnificent Miss Angela Perryman. And welcome, you guys. It's Women's Month. Hey. So this whole entire month, we're going to be celebrating the fabulous women in our lives, in business, in fashion. And tonight, we're about to kick it all the way off. But you guys know I cannot do this fabulous show without my fabulous team. So let's welcome in my team. First up and foremost, let's welcome, she got her own segment called How You Lovin', Miss Jacinth Headlam. Hey, Jacinth.
Hey, girl, hi. Hey, girl, hi, everybody. How you loving?
How you doing, boo? Look, missed you from seeing you from a couple hours ago.
I know, right?
Right? Well, we couldn't do the show without. And hold up, we got to give a whole big welcome back. We got to do a hand clap for her. Gotta do a hand clap for her. A whole hand clap. Welcome back to the show on the new season. Pom Pom and Bird is back. Oh my God, girl. You were so missed.
I miss you guys too.
Oh, Pom Pom is back. Pom Pom is. Welcome back, you guys. And look, you're here for Women's Month, which is perfect because Pom Pom is the amazing entrepreneur.
Happy Women's Month.
Right, happy Women's Month, ladies.
Yes.
But you know, we couldn't do it without, of course, Mr. Mac. Where's Mr. Mac at? He's our neighborhood hope dealer. Hey, Mac. Did he come up? I don't know where he went.
Mac's not with us yet.
Oh my God! Okay.
And just so you know, Betty's having a little problem getting back in, so she's having technical issues.
Well, this
So
is what
I'll
you do
send
during
Mac
a
in
live
as soon
show.
as he's here, and hopefully Betty too. Sorry.
Okay, well, it's okay. We will keep this train moving. Well, until we get the rest of our hosts and our staff back. Let's do a quick introduction with one of our interviewees tonight. Let's bring in Miss Norma from Red Berry Fashions. Hi, Norma.
Hello, Norma.
So excited to be here.
Oh my God, thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. I'm so honored.
Oh, absolutely. We are honored to have you. Just honored to have you. And I just cannot wait to share your story and just your fashions and everything that you have been doing. I think that it's just absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
So for you guys who are just tuning in, we have more of our staff, but you know, with these new ways of doing our show, it's a live show. So things happen. So we have Betty on deck. Betty is our super talent producer. So Betty will be here a little bit later. We have Ann here on deck. She'll be here a little bit later. And Mac, our hope dealer, hopefully is here for his segment coming up. But tune in. Stay tuned with us, you guys. We have a jam-packed show. Yes. We have Kristen Berry here from Cuddy's Premium Blends. Kristen, how are you, honey?
How you doing?
I have my and we're going to be doing a live taste testing of her delicious blends that she sent. And I made sure that everybody got to sample some of them. So we're going to do a live taste testing here on the air today. So you guys strap in. It's Women's Month, and we will be right back on what? Behind the Vibes.
She walks like she's on a mission. Everybody watching her move. Everybody paying attention. Mama ain't raised no fool. She's on fire. She's on fire. She's on fire. Yeah. She's on fire.
Hey, you guys, welcome back. So welcome back to Behind the Vibes. And again, just let me say, I am super excited because it's Women's Month and it's also what? Mardi Gras. So I have on here my Mardi Gras shirt celebrating Mardi Gras. So happy Mardi Gras to everybody too.
Hey.
And also for a kickoff of Women's Month, we are going to have some phenomenal women. So before we even start, Pom Pom,
Yes.
let's just kind of backtrack a little bit with you, though, okay? Because we missed you all last month. So
Yes.
tell us, what has been going on? How have you been? How's the shop? Give us a little bit of welcome back.
Well, I'm in retail, so it's been kind of busy lately over the holidays and stuff like that. So that's why you guys haven't been seeing me, because I'm kind of like a stylist too. So I have to help out a lot, help people figure out how to put things together. They're going out, they come in the store, they go in different places, and we also do custom T-shirts and sweatsuits and anything basically. So
anything that you need.
I'm doing everything.
And you do. And girl, and you do it well. And I cannot wait until we start working on our custom Behind the Vibes merch and some gear, because we all need to be good tripping some Behind the Vibes. Oh my God, here's Mac. Yay! Okay, so you guys, we got them. Mac is our neighborhood hope dealer. Hey, Mac.
What's going on? I apologize for my tardiness. I don't know what happened, but I'm here.
You're here. That's all that matters. No apology necessary, honey. Thank you so much. So we're going to dive into our first segment right now with Mac. So Mac, let's get into it. We all know what's going on in the world today. So you said you want to talk about how we can find you said a resolution versus a revolution.
Well, honestly, I mean, everybody knows what's going on in the Ukraine. I mean, you should know by now. Basically, this has been a long-term issue with the Russia and the Ukraine. And, as a social justice activist, a number of issues raised to me. Like, for example, the fact that like everyone over there seems to be so patriotic. Like you have like supermodels, and I think the Miss Ukraine or whatever, she's like suited up and ready to go, and you don't see that here. Another thing is that the fact that like the United States is investing $6 billion to the war just for
the hole for
to the Ukraine, and they should be sending that money.
Is there a hole for this?
There's a number of things we could be spending that money on, like student loans, homelessness, healthcare. Also, the fact that like right now, this raised the issue that just highlight the fact that racism don't take a break. You don't know. You have foreign students from Africa being discriminated and being prevented from fleeing because of the color of their skin. So it's very exhausting. I think recently I seen a video that went viral of a 2-month-old baby in freezing temperature, just sitting there. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of things, and plus you have gas prices raising. So a lot of things is going on, and I think I want to just switch the question over to like, you see what's going on. How do you feel about it, and what are you doing for self-care?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, okay. Let's pose that, Norma.
Hey. Oh, you just went real deep on it right away. And we should be. I mean, we were talking about this, yesterday, Angela and I, and we were saying, if I have to live through one more major historical event, I swear, I'm going to be like, I've counted so many blessings because, we've had the pandemic happening and whatnot, and we're trying to keep our mental health intact with that. And I'll tell you what, I lost a daughter during the pandemic, which is still going on, but I lost her in 2020. And to lose a child as a mother is the most horrible, awful thing. I mean, and it's hard to explain that grief. And so when I woke up to the news about Ukraine, and it just, I'll tell you what, I couldn't help but just sob, because that's who you think of, are the children and these innocent little lives who are having to go through this. I'm sorry, I even choke up thinking about it. And I have a 4-year-old son, and that morning I was getting him ready to go to school, and I just sat and prayed with him. I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual. I don't identify with religion at all. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that's just me. And I really had prayed for so many people that morning, and I feel like it gets to the point where you're so overwhelmed by everything that's coming out and things that are happening. And I seen the Miss Ukraine picture as well, and it was like I didn't know whether or not to be inspired or just feel heartbreak because she shouldn't have to be in that position. No one should. And so it's just one of those things, you know. I said a prayer that morning, and I held my son, and I held him a little tighter that day, and it just, man, it's too much. It really is. And I'm trying my best to listen to the information that's happening, but unfortunately I get really triggered by seeing the images that come along with that. And it's, and I don't mean to make this about me at all. It's just, that's what I'm trying to convey, is that this is so bad that it's even hard to sit and read the articles and see the photos without, and if you're not feeling that type of compassion, what kind of person are you? Who are you? I just don't get it. Like, it, who, just you saying, saying that little bit about the infant, my skin just, like, as a mother, you want to help children and you want to help those who need it. And it's like, it just, right now, it feels like with us going through this pandemic, and especially in the area that I come from a very rural area, reservation out of North Dakota. And it's like, what do you do? What can you give? And will it even impact? And it, and that's, so it's something that is just, right now, I'm trying to do my best to keep informed, but at the same token, you kind of have to save your mental health at some point,
Right.
and try to save that for, because I mean, if you give too much, I feel like if you give too much right away, it's like you're gonna burn yourself out. Take it easy and find the resources that are gonna help these people and make good choices when it comes to that type of support. So I thank you, Matt, for bringing that out, and it is news that needs to be spoken about, and everyone's opinion, of course, does matter, how they feel, because it's impacting the whole world right now. So
absolutely. And you know what, I would definitely say that when it comes to your mental health, you have to stay informed, but you should also know how to detox and know how to, not absorb it. Yes, I feel empathy for those people, but I cannot let it affect me where my health starts to come into question. So I think there's a very fine line that, we have to be empathetic to the suffering of others, because that's us being human. But at the same time, you have to think about your mental health of yourself, your children, if you have elderly parents, and what you're exposed to, because your mind, your body, and spirit are all connected. So if your mind is stressing.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
And just to add to that, that's the thing with, I would rather put my energy into resourcing, like finding resources to donate to or to help in some way, than sitting on the internet and arguing with people, especially those who support the former president, who think he's still the current president. That takes so much energy and from your spirit, that it just isn't. You're right. You gotta protect that mental health. You have to protect it. And I just encourage people to use that energy in a more positive way, rather than arguing about who's right or wrong. That does nothing for these people. It does nothing. So, I'm always researching, trying to find different avenues to lend that support, however it may be. So,
right. However small it may be, but I find like the biggest thing, I think, when it comes to wars and what's happening now with Russia, is that people are pulling their finances away from them. So if you're like, if you defund them and they don't, they can't get to their money, it'll be easier to help stop this madness that's going on right now. So I think right now, all we can do is pray for those people. And like you said, it's sad that I saw little girls making Molotov cocktails, and you see a guy standing in front of a tank, pushing on a tank, saying, "Don't come in my neighborhood." But in all honesty, if that was here in Philadelphia, it'd be that and a lot more. So I mean, you have to learn that you have to stand with your community. And the world is watching, but what's going on in the Ukraine is something that, like you said, it's another thing that that we live through history with.
I know. What I mean, like, I almost hate to ask what next. I really do. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I feel like it's definitely important to stay informed. Like I know I had to have that conversation with my daughter just to explain to her what was going on.
Yeah.
But like you said, like it's important to have that digital detox because it's so easy to get sucked into like all of that negative stuff. And with the algorithms, all you've seen is like all I'm seeing is like all the stuff that's going on with the African migrants over there. So,
right. They're being denied passage to get out. Yeah, that's all I've been seeing too. Absolutely. All right, you guys. Well, Mike, thank you for this.
I promise to have some better news next time.
No, you know what, Mac? I just love that you come and you report the hot topics. You report what's going on in the world today. And, we have to talk about these things because we are a community. Yeah. We are in a humane society. So we have to address these things that's going on. It doesn't stop with Black Lives Matter. This is, it's humanity. So we have to think about, what's going on in humanity and address the things that's going on in the world that some people might not know about. So, all right, though. But thank you so much, Mac. That was amazing as always. So you guys, look, we're going to take a really quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with our first guest, Miss Kristen DeBerry of these delicious little juices. I cannot wait. Cuddy's Premium Blends is coming up next on Behind the Vibes.
Hey guys, it's me, Jacinth from Behind the Vibes, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Cuddy's Premium Blends. We will have them as a guest tomorrow, and look what they gave us, some treats. Now we have Cuddy's Premium Blends, Yellow Watermelon Lemonade. Boom, where it is. Focus, okay. And then we have Cuddy's Premium Blends. You better preach, Pink Lemonade. You better preach. Pink lemonade. Okay, so I was gonna do a little taste for y'all. Okay. I can definitely taste the watermelon and the lemonade. That's good. It's nice and subtle and sweet. I was excited about this one though. I was like, ooh, preach. This is my favorite. Glory. You better preach. Pink lemonade. I'm so excited to have you guys on the show. We cannot wait to turn up with you guys and to celebrate you. See you soon. Behind the Vibes. And how you loving?
Hey, you guys. Welcome back. Yay, Jacinth. Girl, thank you. She was like, she put the
glory.
That was good.
You better preach. That one was my favorite one.
Yes.
Pink lemonade was good.
It was good. Okay, well, look, before we dive more into the juices, let's bring on our first guest, Miss Kristen DeBerry of Cuddy's Premium Blends.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi! Oh my God! Look at you! You look beautiful. Look at all
Thank
your
you. I'm trying to look like you.
Girl, thank you. You look absolutely divine. Okay, now you got a lot of snacks right there. Okay, come to us from Ohio, girl, and give us your background. Who is Cuddy's Premium Blends?
Okay, Cuddy's Premium Blends. So, now I'm born a city slicker, but I do have some Southern roots. So that inspired my Southern girl, a lot of my Southern girl flavors for not only my beverages, but my popcorn. And I was on a family vacation and it was hot and I wanted something to drink. And I went to this snack shop to get a lemonade and I went to drink it. I don't know what they put in it or what they did. They didn't put any flavor in it. I know that's for sure. So it was watery. It was bitter. I went to go get a tea. Same thing. It didn't taste right. So I had to come up with my own recipes to form my own beverages. And that's how Cuddy's Premium Blends was born.
Nice. And let me ask you, how long has Cuddy's been around?
3 years now.
3 years. Nice.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So I have two flavors right here, and so I'm gonna do a live taste test. I haven't opened these yet, and I gave some to Mag, I gave some to Jacinth, and I gave some to Betty. So
Okay.
we're all gonna tell you what we're drinking. I'm gonna start first, and I'm gonna do a live taste test, so I cannot lie. And then I want you to tell me what was your inspiration for this. So I'm about to drink. Say amen, somebody. Woo, woo, amen.
Yes.
Midnight.
What flavor is that you have?
Midnight strawberry cider.
Okay.
Okay. So let me get this one.
And that one is a mix of black raspberry, blackberries, and strawberries.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Girl.
Say amen, right?
Amen. And hallelujah. And pass the juice. Okay. I'm loving this one.
Okay.
Okay, Betty, I see you drinking, boo. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Say Amen Somebody Southern Girl Peach Cider.
Okay.
Ooh, she got peach Southern Girl amen cider.
And it is not lost on me that I'm drinking this and I'm a Southern girl.
Right.
Okay.
She's a true Southern girl. That's
we like our tea sweet and our men sweeter.
Yes.
I'll take that one. What you got over there, boo?
This is the Southern Girl Soul Stirring Lemonade.
Ooh. Take a drink of that.
Uh-huh.
What you got?
Yeah, I like this one. I still like you better
like it when they open it and drink it and drink some more.
That's my favorite one.
Which one?
Mm-hmm.
You Better Preach is my favorite one.
Girl, that is really good. Okay, let me see. Mine is Say Amen Somebody Midnight Peach Cider. Ooh. I like anything that got amen in it.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's the midnight pear that you have. Yeah.
That's hot girl. She know her product. She said that's the midnight pear. I said peach, and I was about to say it tastes more like peaches, not pears.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's that's my blend of black cherries and pears.
Black cherry and pear. I like that.
Uh-huh.
This is good.
Yeah.
Girl.
Thank you.
Okay, I got one more.
Okay.
And this last one, now this is blue. This is Open Heaven Lemonade.
Ooh. Yes. That's actually a berry citrus.
Ooh, okay. Let's try a berry citrus. Okay. Oh, girl. Okay. At first I was like, is this going to be like adult Kool-Aid? But no, this is really good. Now, what is in this? I like the tie. It's a lion on here. This is the right thing for me, honey, because I'm such a lioness.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's my berry citrus blend. And now when I first made that, I mean, everything about that had to be right. The color, the flavor, but I wanted a flavor that was more spontaneous and unique. So berry citrus is what came about that one. That's one of my favorites.
This is very like summertime. I can see this in the summertime, in a big picture with some ice, maybe some berries or something on top of it. Like I can see this as a very cool, like refreshing summertime drink at the barbecue. Right. But I mean, they all could, girl. I know. Look, I'm not even gonna lie. I could. Well, first of all, I had to stop my daughter from drinking them.
Okay.
You sent it. I had it in my fridge, and I'm like, Harmony, don't drink these. I will come down to be missing. I see the bottles and she left the bottles on the counter, so I would know which ones she drunk.
Okay.
So I can document it. But I think that these are just magnificent. And I love your little portions. I think that it's just enough. It's not a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good. And okay, so let's talk about your popcorn.
So the same thing with my popcorn. A lot of my flavors, they match right back with the beverages. So we're going to, because I love peach, I had to do a Southern Girl peach popcorn. It's really good. It's like, your Georgia peach, but in the form of a popcorn. So that's a bestseller. Anything that I do peach is always a bestseller. So that's my Southern Girl peach popcorn. And then I have my blue raspberry bubblegum popcorn, which is really good for kids and kids at heart. This is really delicious. And I have, now this is when you get into the savory side. So this is called Teriyaki Thriller. Ooh. And this is one of my new flavors. It's caramel mixed with teriyaki flavor and a buffalo spice flavor. So that's the thriller part of this popcorn.
Okay.
And I also have, this is my Boss Lady lemon pepper popcorn. So this is not just an ordinary lemon pepper flavor. This is actually mixed with honey mustard, garlic, and of course the star of the show was lemon pepper. But that's Boss Lady lemon pepper popcorn right there.
I never had lemon pepper popcorn.
Right. Oh, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. So this is my garlic parmesan popcorn, which is really, really good for anybody who likes, white cheddar, garlic, parmesan, those flavors. And this is actually made with my seasoning blend. So that's really tasty.
Nice.
And then I have, this one is called Honey Let Me Tell You. And what this one is, this is a Honey Let Me Tell You, and this is a honey barbecue flavored caramel popcorn. This is also one of my newest flavors. And I also have, this one's called Lord Have Mercy Pineapple. Yes, this is my pineapple popcorn.
You got the best names. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, you got the best names for your product. You got the best names. Oh, look, and our producer Bobby is putting up some of your pictures of your popcorn so people can see it. And it looks so tasty and so delicious. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, I absolutely love it. And as a treat, I'm going to order some for my team. So you guys go on Norma's page and pick out what kind of popcorn you want, because Angela's going to order some, and I'll give you, bless you all, with some popcorn.
Yes. Okay. And it also comes in a variety pack, so it'll be assorted flavors just like the drinks.
Yes. Oh, that is so perfect. I love it. And I love your business cards. I think that they're absolutely just adorable. I love your logo. It looks so it's just beautiful. I think the way your product packaged and the way it came was absolutely beautiful. I thoroughly
thank you.
We enjoy it. Did you guys enjoy your juices?
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Absolutely. They're so good.
So good.
Good. Well, now you guys can get ready to join to enjoy some popcorn, because we're gonna be having some popcorn from Miss Kristen DeBerry. Oh my gosh, Kristen, girl. Okay, drop your social media so people can follow you, order from you. If they want to get juices and blends and popcorn, how can they follow you?
Okay, so you can just go right on Facebook. Cuddy's Premium Blends. My business page is right on there. And all of the instructions are right on there, the ordering process, the payment that I accept, and all of that information is right when you go on the page.
Yes. All right. Well, look here. Well, honey, don't go anywhere, because we're going to bring you back for the How You Lovin' segment with my girl, Jacinth. But Kristen, thank you so much. Cuddy's Premium Blends. Absolutely delicious. You heard it right here on Behind the Vibes. We are supporters. We love you, darling. And we're going to keep drinking your juices, and we're going to be eating some popcorn very, very soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. And we'll see you later on in the show.
Okay.
Cool. All right, you guys. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to come back and we're going to talk to the beautiful, the lovely Miss Norma Baker Flying Horse. We'll be right back on Behind the Vibes.
hear everybody.
And you know she is on fire. Of course, it's Behind the Vibes. We stay on fire, honey. You got to cool us all the way off. So we're gonna go straight into our next interview because we are all super duper uber excited to chat it up with this next guest. You guys, please put your hands together for the beautiful, the talented, and the inspirational Miss Norma Baker Flying Horse. Hi, Norma.
Hi.
Welcome. Oh, should I say Red Berry Woman?
You actually can call me that. That is actually my native name. That's what I named my company after my native given name, which is Red Berry Woman.
Well, we are going to call you Red Berry Woman, ma'am. Yes, we are.
I think that it's super fitting that you named your company Red Berry Woman after your name, because if I'm not mistaken, like, isn't that like your name is connected to who you are and what you do, and it's a soul connection in Native community.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. And I got it when I was really, really little, you know, so I mean, it wasn't, I didn't have to do any kind of mystical or like any kind of jump through the hoops kind of competition to get my name. So I was like, I get that question a lot. Like, how did you get your Indian name? I was born Indian. So, like,
right.
Sorry.
It's just that simple.
I'm not Mulan, so.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we're gonna dive deep. I mean, let's talk about just your history with fabric, with sewing, you've been on runways in New York and in Paris. You just came back from being on the runway up here for Atlantic City Fashion Week. And the biggest thing that you've made history for was what? Tell us about the Oscars.
I'm actually the first contemporary Native designer to have a dress worn on the Oscar stage. We've had people who have gone on the stage wearing their regalia, but what I do is I bring the traditional workings of culture into contemporary gowns and pieces. So what had happened was I got asked by one of my friends who I've known forever through powwows and stuff like that. She says, my daughter's been invited to the awards. No, she didn't say the Oscars. She said to an awards ceremony in California. And I'm
wow.
Oh, okay. And, you know, and then she's like, I said, wow, that's pretty big. And she's from the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation. And her daughter is actually an activist who at the time was only 14 years old during the No Dapple movement, when the Standing Rock Sioux were fighting against the state to have where they were going to lay this pipeline down.
With the pipeline, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
So big. I mean, yeah, it's horrible. My husband's actually from that reservation. So are my children. So
really?
I looked up a little bit about her, about Alice Otter.
Mm-hmm.
What an incredible young lady.
Yeah, she ran all the way from her reservation to the doorsteps of the Army Corps of Engineers.
Miles. Over 1,500 miles.
Yeah.
She ran.
Yeah, she ran to the doorsteps of the Army Corps of Engineers, who were not having sit downs, from what I understand, with the tribe. And it was, you know, people talk about it being protection of the water, the fight for the water, which it was. I take nothing from that. But what it started out as was the tribal government of the Standing Rock Sioux basically being ignored by the state. And so we have our own sovereignty rights on our own each reservation. However, there's still, of course, you know, the federal government that we have to, you know, work with and whatnot. So it was a really big battle between the state and the tribe, and really that's how it begun, was the disrespect that the state was showing, and just not the consideration that was taken by the tribe. So this Alice, by the state. So Alice was invited to the Oscars to stand on the stage during the Andre Day and Common performance. They were performing their song "Stand for Something," and that time, I don't know if you guys remember, there was well, I'm sure you do. The Me Too movement was wearing black.
Of course.
So her mom calls me, and let me tell you, these are ladies who are very, very humble. They're so humble. I mean, they're just, so she says, well, she has to wear black. So do you have anything in black? And I said, yeah, I do actually. And she says, well, we'll come down, we'll see you, because their reservation's not too far from mine, and we'll try on the dress and stuff. So she gets here and she's trying on the dress, and she says, yeah, it's for the Oscars. I'm like, wait, what?
Just
says,
the Oscars.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, can we put that picture out of her at the Oscars? Wow, it's just the Oscars, you know.
Yeah, and so like, well, the thing was, she was kind of worried because the producers were like, don't tell anybody where she's going. But they failed to tell her, like, you can tell the stylist where she's going. You can tell, you know, you're going to have to tell some people. And so her mom's like, we're not supposed to tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. So like, I'm sitting at home and I'm like, she literally flew out the next day. And I'm sitting at home watching the Oscars, as I always do, and to make fun of somebody. And so I'm like waiting for her to go by. She's not going by. And I'm like, oh, wow, I missed it. Maybe she'll send me pictures. And next thing you know, I'm watching the show, and I'm watching the Andre Day and Con performance. And they're lighting the show up with this who were all standing behind them. And there's Alice, like on stage. I couldn't breathe. I lost everything.
I would have freaked out. There's no way I would have stayed cool.
That's amazing.
No, I was literally like just like laying on my bed, like I just put my baby to bed, and I was watching, and my phone was blowing up, my social media started blowing up, because of course the Native community was like, Alice is on the Oscars and she's wearing Red Berry Woman. It was just
wow.
I just cannot tell you the feeling of like seeing that. For so many reasons. I mean, for not just, I mean, it's the Oscars. Any designer is going to kill to get it down on the stage during the broadcast, you know. But for the simple fact that this young lady, her amazing, you know, voice and her energy that she tried to put out there and help her people with, I couldn't think of a better person for her to be standing there, you know, than her. She was just phenomenal. And to give something like that to a young lady, she's now going to be graduating college or high school this year. She's a senior in high school this year.
Nice.
Straight A student, getting ready to go off to school. I tell you, I'm so proud of her. She's amazing. She's amazing.
That is amazing.
And I was just so proud that we had representation at that table, because I'll tell you what, there might have been movements, but there's lives that we have lived and that we have struggled to try to work with the governments and try to, you know, establish so much for our people. And so that whole show, and to see Alice wearing my gown and on that stage for that purpose of, you know, hey, we're here, we're here. And you know, this isn't just, you know, a movement for us. These are struggles and have been,
you know,
so, right.
This is
right.
Life.
And so I was really grateful that the right people were wherever they needed to be to get that young lady on that stage. And for me to be a part of that and say that I'm a part of that history.
Right.
I tell you what, I mean, I'm done. I'm not even going to just like, I'm done. I feel like I've been done. They're like, now what are you going to do? I was like, that's it. We're done. I don't know what else to do.
So you just drop your
There's no topping that, people. I don't know. Like,
and exit stage
right? Yeah, like it's the Oscars. I think I'm done. I know I only just started, but I'm done. Thanks. I'll be in the bag.
That's the thing, though, is that life just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and every time you think that you've accomplished that inconceivable moment, you know, trust me, like it just gets better and better and better.
Yeah,
absolutely. So real quick, Bobby, can you throw up some pictures, because oh my gosh, look at this, beautiful. What inspired?
I think I'm required by law to take pictures for my business. I'm pretty sure of it. So
that's beautiful. I love this.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
This is tradition. Yep, this is one of the traditional regalias from my tribe. We call this the penny dress, and it's actually covered. That one actually isn't completed. The completed ones go all the way down to the bottom of the dress, but it's all pennies, and there's a hole that's put into the head of Lincoln. So next time he'll listen. So that's what the whole purpose is.
I love it. Beautiful.
This one has been, this was Atlantic City. Lamont and his wife, they are just phenomenal people, so fun. And they said, Norma, before, and Lamont says, I really hate that, you don't get a lot of time to explain where you guys' designs come from and whatnot. It's out in it, just done. And so he says, would you consider showing some of your traditional looks at this next show? And so I said, yeah. And so we did an opening where I was hoping to send you that video, but I think they had a lot of models, a lot of people. So I know they're still putting videos together. But so what we did was each dancer came out and they met their counterpart. And this young lady was wearing one of the counterpart dresses. So it was really, really something to see. This is my ready to wear line. I'm more of a couture designer, but I have a lot of people who ask me, I just want to buy something that you have, that I'm not going to anything formal. So I had this past year, I worked on a ready to wear. And this photo is actually taken on the Fort Peck Sioux Reservation, where my grandmother is from, my mother's mother, where I grew up going back home to and whatnot. So
there she is.
I know it is.
The Oscars. There she is.
That's so amazing.
That's amazing. I love this picture. I love this picture.
That was my first fashion show back since like the pandemic, started, and it was for a group of Native youth. It was during a Native youth conference, and they always welcomed me to their conference. And I dressed the kids, the young people. They're not kids; they're actually young people. Some of them are in college, and just to give them the feel of the runway and being in gowns and walking. And I tell you what, it was so fun. It was so fun, and I just love those guys so much.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
This is one of my designs. The brown part of this dress, that's actually tied from an animal. We don't believe in wasting anything when it comes to hunting animals. So hides are really used throughout my looks just because it is our original kind of garment. So
that's amazing.
I love it so much.
Amazing.
So
Just
deeply obsessed
do you have a question for Norma? Because I know you had a question for her. Jason.
I had to unmute. No, I love the fact that your stuff is infused with your culture and where you're from and the native. I just love it, and the fact that you said Oscar and drop mic, like what's like?
Time to go.
That's up there. Like, okay, at that point it's like, yeah. And I know I was talking to Betty about hitting you up about some, a gown for the red carpets, because I'm into film producing and acting. So definitely will be hitting you up as well.
Awesome.
Oh, we all will be.
Yeah, and that's one thing I always tell people is that my contemporary work, it can be worn by non-natives. It's the traditional garments that I do not sell and I do not dress non-natives in outside of our adoptions, because we do adopt people who are non-native. So there's a lot more technicality than I can explain in one segment, but I get asked that a lot. I really like your clothes. Can I buy something from you? Yes. Anything on my website is open to anyone who is wanting to support me as an artist, support me as an Indigenous designer, or just want something to wear. So, I mean, it's all there for everybody. I do not put sacred items. I don't make sacred items. So, and that's one thing I really try to express to people. I'm like, that's not sacred, honey. It's a t-shirt. So you're good. So don't.
What about
it's a sacred t-shirt. That's a sacred t-shirt.
What about
oh my God. Can we talk a moment about the sustainability?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear the beginning of that question. Sorry.
Betty?
Did Betty ask that, or who asked?
I think Jacinth was saying something. I felt like I interrupted. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, what if a customer don't want native inspired and they want something more not native?
Oh, then they're on the wrong webpage.
No, like for custom design.
Oh yeah, I really haven't strayed away from doing anything that isn't my work. I really haven't done that. Everything I've done is really just because I'm just putting representation into everyday things like, you know, proms and weddings and things like that, and the runway and I can't help but look at a gown even when I'm shopping and being like, you know what would look really good on that? Like a piece of beadwork. Like
Right.
you know,
Right.
I'm horrible. So yeah, if it's not, if it isn't really anything indigenous, I don't really care to create it. I'd like to put my energy into my artwork. So
Absolutely. And really quickly before we wrap up and get into how you loving, sustainability. Let's talk about that and about recycling this fabric and these dresses. Let's talk about that real quick. And we got about 60 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.
For me, it's honestly, I love upcycling. I don't believe in wasting things, and I want to try to help the fight against fashion industries filling our landfills. You know, so and I grew up on secondhand. I mean, I love a secondhand store. I love it, and you know, and you can find so much there to redo, to redone, to use in some capacity. You know, I think about it like how my aunt, you know, would hunt buffalo. They'd use every piece of that buffalo however they needed to. And that's how I feel when I go dress shopping in the secondhand store. Like, I'm going to use every piece of this thing, whether it's together or not. So, I mean, I do love to upcycle. I love when I try to donate, you know, the dresses I don't use that get donated to me, or I try to buy during the pandemic. I was purchasing secondhand dresses that benefited, you know, charities or helped people who were really affected by the COVID in the beginning of the pandemic. So things like that. My last line that I did that was upcycled was dedicated to my deceased daughter, Cameron Saray. She left us after 4 weeks of life. She passed away from trisomy 18, which is something that they still can't explain why it happened. But that was in 2020. And, you know, I promised her I would continue to move forward. I have other children on this earth that I have to, you know, maintain life. And so that last line that I did, I grabbed a bunch of different prom dresses. I tried to help people I donated portions from those sales to the Trisomy 18 Foundation. We also did some gifts to the hospital that was so wonderful to us. They were wonderful, given all the circumstances. So yeah, I mean, you give me something, a dress, a material, I hate to see things go to waste. I mean, something that was once loved can be reloved again. And I notice now, like when I shop, you know, I kind of look for those. There's industries out there that are doing it. They're called reloved or redone or whatever. They have a fancy word for secondhand.
Like, that's so true. There are some beautiful curtains out there.
Our friend to the show, Mark Peters, is all about that. So Mark Peters of NYDJ is all about that. So yes, you are not alone.
And I live in North Dakota. Women quilt with Oscar dresses. So the stores that here in North Dakota are meant for quilters. They're not meant for the red carpet. So I have reusing materials or finding them or getting people to donate me stuff. It's, you know, like, give me your old dresses, you know, like if you guys don't want them, I'll take them, you know. So that's how I get some of my fancy fabrics.
Well, look, you have a bunch of models on here. Pompon has a store. So any donations, girl, we will send them all to North Dakota. Get ready.
Yeah, we'll show them next year at Atlantic City. Yeah, it'll be the upcycled Behind the Vibes runway show at Atlantic City next year. Someone got to tell them that.
Girl, I think we're coming to North Dakota because I'll come to North Dakota for that. We're coming to North Dakota.
Norma, we'll finally launch that plus line. That plus size line.
That's plus size line. I'm working on it. I am working on it. I'll tell you what, it takes skill to sew something for a plus size woman. I know I'm a plus size woman, and I'm like, I just don't want you looking all crazy, so give me some minutes here to figure out how to, you know, get a plus size dress together for you, but we're gonna make it work. And that's where upcycling really helps me.
We'll do you one better. We'll send you some dresses. You'll already have our measurements, and you can work on it and make it fabulous.
Right. Yes. Just let me know what you need me to measure.
you can do it with any size, and you're upcycling. If you're upcycling, you don't got to figure out measurements. I'm all about finding a lazy way to do stuff. I really am.
I'm all about that.
If
all
it's
about that.
lazy and little minimal work and it's going to help the environment, sign me up. All right.
I'm with it. Okay, well, you guys don't go anywhere because right now we're about to slide. Oh, we got to slide into our last segment with How You Lovin'. So, okay, so Red, don't go anywhere. Where's Kristen? Is Kristen still in the box? Let's bring her back too because we're gonna
Anne's
slide
been
into-
waiting too.
Oh, is
I don't
Anne?
know
Oh
if she's
my gosh!
Yeah,
Anne, come
message
on out.
Bobby.
Oh, Anne, please come on out and please say hi to Miss Redberry, please, before before we slide on. She'll be out in a second. So we're about to slide into How You Lovin' with my girl Jacinth. And tonight's topic, Jacinth, what is tonight's topic?
Okay, so of course Mac and I, and also I was talking to Angela about it 2 days ago. When is the right time to share your password with your significant other? Is it okay to share it while you're boyfriend and girlfriend? Is it okay to share fiance or married? Or is that something that you don't do? So what is your thoughts on password, whether it's for social media, to your phone, etc.?
You want the passcode to my phone?
What for?
Well, hold on. We haven't heard from my Pon. Pon, chime on in, darling.
Well, my fiance has my passcode to my phone. I have his passcode to his phone. But we do not go through each other's phone.
That part.
Yeah. It's all about trust. It's for emergency purposes mainly. You know what I'm saying? So
if something happens to you, then he's got it.
Nothing wrong with it. We had nothing to hide. Like, we all know the same people. You know, we have the same circles. I don't have anything to hide. He knows not to go on my phone because, you know, it's private things between my friends and I. So, you know, it's girl stuff that he don't even want to see.
He doesn't want to get bothered.
You know? Yeah. So, I mean, he's staying in his place. So that's cool with me.
When is a good time? Like, when did you guys exchange that?
That's a good question because it took some years to do.
Okay.
It wasn't like it wasn't a subject that we actually had to talk about.
Right. I don't think that's not
right.
Yeah, it was like
a transition.
just like
wait, he's what you say? So he says I had my woman's secrets and I was scared to give mine up, but he got it now.
Hey, Bird!
Hey, what's up?
All right, Bird, what do you think? Chime on in.
What do I think?
Yes, sir.
What is the question? I was half asleep.
Oh,
Bird. When is a good time to share your password?
Hello, everyone. Well, it's a good time when you find like trusting yourself. The self-trust comes from like believing in yourself, knowing that I don't have anything to hide. You know what I mean? Like I love who I am, I love who I'm with, and I love who I'm becoming. So when you honest about that,
that's right.
Then it's kind of easy to trust somebody else, because when you don't trust yourself, how can you trust somebody else? Because you got too much to hide. You gotta look over your shoulder.
That's very true. That's very true.
Right.
That's right. Kristen, what do you say, honey?
I say no, because it's not, to me, it's none of your business what's in my phone.
I love it. There's no right or wrong answer.
I mean, I have one question, right? The question would be, if something, well, tomorrow ain't promised to nobody, but God forbid something happened to you. You want your private information that's inside of your phone or your personal business conducted and taken care of. You got something to hide. So how you expect me to handle your business when you got it on lock?
That's true.
Well, I mean, they would have my, like, if it's an emergency, they can have my family contacts, but other than that,
But I can see
She's not coming off that password at all.
Yeah.
You know what?
She said no.
No one's giving it up.
Wait. Let's ask somebody else.
Okay, Matt. Come on, Matt.
I mean, I feel like it depends. Like if I'm driving in a car and I need some information out of my phone, like of course I'm not gonna like not give her the password. But I feel like, it's also about like trust and like, you have to ask yourself, like, why are you looking through your phone? Like, and that might be you might have to do some reflection. Like, is there some issues within the relationship, some insecurities? So honestly, I feel like it's all about trust.
True too. That's true.
But how soon? How soon do you
How
get
soon
that?
is soon?
Yeah, because
It's about
it's
I
years,
feel like every
3
relationship
years.
is different. It's all about like the trust you build in a relationship.
Right. Factual.
I think some years. Give it some years to.
You can't put a time limit on it. Really, like I mean, because it's like you pre-planning something. First of all, every proof ain't for everybody.
I mean, okay.
You being honest and living your life the right way and just being respectful of the person that you're around. What's wrong with treating somebody the way that you want to be treated? So the way that you treat people is the way that you want to be treated, period.
Amen.
Y'all got secrets. Y'all got something to hide. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with that. It's just that every individual has not come to that place in their life where they wholeheartedly trust other people. So that's why you always got something to hide.
I think it's situational.
Yeah.
Miss Redberry.
Betty?
What do you say?
Well, I've been married now for 12 years to an Indian man. Well, I say Indian, I'm sorry, it's an old habit, native man. And when we were first dating, I made the mistake of looking at his phone. And this is back when you didn't have the passcodes or face codes or whatever it was. You didn't have that. You just, you flip the damn thing open, you start reading. And and I took something out of context and got my feelings hurt. And and that's, that was a hard lesson learned for me. Like I didn't want, after that, I never really cared to look at his phone. I just never did. And he never gave me any reason to be, any kind of way. It was just mine. Like like he's saying is that, you have to grow and you gotta, at that time I wasn't in a place where I was, I guess to me, looking back on it, I wasn't where I should have been to be in a relationship. So, but it worked out. And what's nice is that, I think someone else said this too. We didn't really give each other the codes until it really wasn't one of those things like a ceremony or anything. We were just like, what's the damn code? I need to use your phone. Like, I
just need to use your phone.
Yeah, I need to use your phone. Mine's dead, or like the kids have it or something, So I mean, and we've always, he's has my passcode, I have his, and it doesn't really. Honestly, it's not one of those things where I like pick up his phone. I don't check his phone. I don't look at things. And mainly too, because he works in law enforcement. And so he gets a lot of messages that are confidential, and I try to respect that. So it comes down to respect, so, but yeah, as far as when, I think it kind of works itself out. Like Max said, it depends on everybody,
It's situational because you have to ask yourself, why do I need the password?
Yes.
If you're concerned about something, you're already going in there with the mindset of you're looking for something. So like she was saying, you can blow stuff out of, and out of context and take it for way more than it was meant to be. So, because you already have that something in the back of your mind. So you're already going there drowning head first.
And just being the age that we're at, we're 40 and it's like, we've been married for this long.
Whoa.
I'm 40. So the thing is that we've just reached a point in our marriage where, I don't feel like I need to check anything. He doesn't really need to check my phone. I mean, we're so occupied with everything. And he works law enforcement, does DJing. I work this job. I mean, when you have your own things going on, you're not really focused on things like checking a cell phone and things like that. So mainly because I'm too lazy and I'm tired. And like I said, I always said, if you have to block your own husband You know what I mean? I don't know if you can say the C word on this show, but if you have to go around doing that, blocking your husband, you with the wrong husband. So
Exactly.
I mean,
look, wise words from a wise woman. Thank you. Yes, yes.
Right.
Just to sum it up. Oh, go ahead.
No. Okay, yeah, because we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, just to sum it up. I mean, what everybody's been saying is trust goes a long way. It's situational where it depends. It's sometimes you just stumble. Hey, babe, can I get my phone? And there are some red flags as well. If your partner is going to the bathroom to 3 o'clock in the morning, wake up and grab the phone and taking it away, like there are some red flags that you should look out for when you're in a relationship too. If somebody's phone is always
Whoa.
okay,
people like to read off their phones and stuff when they go to the bathroom.
No, but it's situational. It's
on his phone.
Okay. I got
it. The bathroom is a man's throne.
No, that is right. That's what I'm saying. It all depends.
Here we go.
I'm always on my phone because my phone is my work. We know at QVC, those hot bookings, you got like 2 minutes to answer, or they going to somebody else. So, it all depends. But there are some relationships where they don't want to share their password because, like Bert said, or everyone been saying, you have something to hide. There's some insecurities. There's some loophole. There's some darkness that, whatever in the dark must always come to light.
Oh, yay.
So, it's crazy.
I'll give you that one, Jacinth. All right. Look, point.
Bird, we missed you. We missed you, Bird.
Y'all women don't want to share y'all passwords, and that's the fact. Y'all got more stuff to hide than y'all actually do. But when you look, you're
my gosh,
not looking for
it. All right. This is gonna get into a hot smoking conversation. We're gonna have to do this offline because the show is actually over. So before we go, Redberry, please drop your social information so people can follow you, order from you, your website.
Yep, I have just www.redberrywoman.com, and you can say the same thing on every social media site. You're gonna find me. So
that's awesome.
And follow her Instagram. Her Instagram is awesome. And Kristen, real quick, drop your information again for Cuddy Premium Blends.
Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook under Cuddy's Premium Blends, was my business page, and I ship also.
Yes. Awesome. All right, Jacinth, any last words, my love?
Just be great. Let's celebrate women. Look, every day is Women's Day, but look, they want to give us a month of the year to celebrate us. I'll take it too, but I celebrate myself every day. You gotta just get up and make sure that you celebrate yourself. Okay, gorgeous. Right. We love you. Love on yourself, and how you love me.
Miss Betty, our super duper talent producer. Matt, any last words, my brother?
Now be safe out there.
Right. Be safe.
Practice self-care.
Right. And welcome back to Pon and Bird. Any last moments for you?
Yes. Check me out at Ponzetta's Talk. Check us out on Instagram at Ponzetta's Talk.
Yes. And if you want to go to the store and you're in Philly, they're at 4968 Broad Street.
4928 North Broad Street.
Thank you. Look, 4928 North Broad Street.
If you have a logo you trying to design, if you have a clothing line you trying to get started, come help us. We'll help you get it off the ground. Send Pon your design, and we can get it working for you. I did put it on paper. Let's make it happen.
It's my power couple right there. I love them.
Yes. I love y'all.
I love y'all. All right, you guys. Y'all hold on 1 second. All right, let me close this show. So thank you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was just an amazing show. I can't say enough. Thank you, Redberry. I'm just so blessed and honored to have been able to share this space and time with you. You're an amazing designer and an amazing person. And Kristen, oh my gosh, you are just a sweetheart. We're gonna have to get with each other when I come to Ohio. You have nothing but a beautiful product that's going to blossom and turn into something just amazing. Keep working hard. We're gonna keep supporting you. We support, those who come on our show. We will always support you guys, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to come on the show and hang out with us for tonight on Tuesday for an hour.
Thank
So
you guys so much.
so much. And thank you, Bobby. You killed the show. Thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, Roku, on the IG Live, on Facebook Live. We love y'all. We will see you guys out. And we have 3 shows this month, not 2. We have 3 because this is Women's Month and it's a long month. So we have 3 shows coming up, and we will see you guys next time on Behind the Vibes. Good night.
Bye.
Don't forget, what make your vibe makes what make your tribe work. Good night, you guys.
The vibes work.